Hey, what's up guys? Shinobi here with, what's this? Diablo 3. Yeah, that's right. We are playing Diablo 3 today. Something I haven't done, honestly, since the launch, since I got into the beta for Reaper of Souls. But on March 18th, if you didn't know this already, which many of you probably do, the auction house is going away forever, and then Reaper of Souls is coming out a week later, on March 25th. So what I plan to do is go through and make as much gold as I can until Reaper of Souls comes out. Take advantage of the auction house right now, because there are a lot of limited ways of making gold in Reaper of Souls as it currently is right now. So why not have some gold saved up? Why not be ready? You know, because the things like re-rolling items and crafting and all these things can get really pricey, especially when you do it very often. And give it a even if you have maybe 1-2 billion gold, something like that, give it a couple months and you're going to be pretty much out of gold unless they make some changes to Reaper of Souls. So what I decided to do is I set a target goal for myself. I currently have just under 200 million gold, and I would like to be somewhere around 5 billion gold by the end of this video series. Now, this is an introduction video, and we are going to do some stuff in the game in just a second, but I want to talk about what exactly to expect through these series of videos. Now, I don't typically do Let's Plays, just not something I do. I'm more of an informative, give you more information, can't even think. So I like to give you more information instead of just you watch me play this game. That's something that I do on the live streams, and I even give information out on those as well too. So what I'm going to do in this series is going to be like an informative guide to how I'm making the gold, and then you can replicate that and do it yourself. And you can see which items I'm buying, which items I'm reselling, which items, just all that kind of stuff. And instead of calling this a Let's Play, I'm calling it Let's Auction. So that's pretty much how we're going to make the majority of our gold. That's actually how we're going to make 100% of our gold by doing this. Quick little backstory for you. Before we get into this, and you think, well, is that the best way of making gold? Because I get that question all the time. People ask me, Shinobi, what's the best way of making gold in Diablo 3? It's buying and reselling stuff on the auction house. Plain and simple. No doubt about it. If you can snipe items, if you know what that is, when you buy items for really cheap, really cheap, like bidding and stuff like that, and then reselling them for a big profit. That is the way to make the most amount of gold. Back when my Demon Hunter was right before Paragon levels came out, I was the best geared Demon Hunter in the world. This is right after Athene quit playing. I was the best geared Demon Hunter through, all that stuff. And I saw Paragon levels were coming out, and I thought, okay, I'm going to take a little break. I've spent a lot of time doing this, and there's a lot of new items coming out, with the, legendaries being revamped and all this kind of stuff. So I thought to myself, I'm going to take a little break. When I came back, I saw that some people had jumped ahead of me in gearing-wise. So I contacted one of them, and I said, hey, I'm wondering what kind of technique are you doing here? And I've actually been friends with this guy for quite a long time. And he crushed me in gear. And I said, what do you do? What's your secret? Because that's what people want to know, because if I can figure out his secret, I can replicate that and show it to you guys as well too. And it was something that I was doing all along, but not to the extent that he was doing it. He said to me, listen, I probably play Diablo 3, like log in and actually kill monsters, about 5% of the time that I'm actually playing the game. The rest of the time, I sit in the auction house, I buy, I resell, that's it. And that's how I have as good of gear as I do. And I'm like, that's crazy, And that's one major reason why the auction house is going away. So what we're going to do, because we still have the auction house, is we're going to take advantage of the weaknesses of Diablo 3 and buy and resell like crazy. So what are we going to do in this episode? Because this is going to be an extent episode, like there's maybe 5-10 videos, something like that. I'm also going to be putting Reaper of Souls videos out as well. what are we going to do in this one? Well, we're always going to show how much gold we have to start off with, how much gold we made last time, and how much gold we're projecting to make, and how we're going to do that, of course. And that's what you're going to see throughout the process of these videos. So let's go ahead and first off, like I said, we have about 200 million. I'm going to round that up to 200 million. It just makes it easier to do math and such as time goes on. Because, I mean, seriously, the amount of gold that I plan on making here, a million gold is not that big of a difference. So, now, you may say to yourself, well, Shinobi, are people even going to buy items right now? I mean, Diablo is kind of a dead game right now. Diablo 3, everyone's playing, you know, in the beta, or do you think this can even work? Well, it can, because people are trying to get their characters ready for Reaper of Souls, so they can, you know, you're going to get items really quickly in Reaper of Souls, but you have to have gear first before you can get gear, you know? So what I'm going to do in this episode is we're first going to look at all my characters, and I'm going to decide right now which characters I'm going to play in the beginning of Reaper of Souls. Very beginning. I'm going to play Demon Hunter, and I'm going to play Crusader. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep my Barbarian's gear, and I'm going to keep my Demon Hunter's gear. Except for the gems and stuff like that. That stuff is going out the window first. That's step number one. Sell every gem that you have, period. Every gem. Because you're going to replace that instantly in Reaper of Souls. I'm sure the value has gone down so much on the, you know, how much they're selling for now, but the longer you wait, the more these things are going to go down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sell all my gear on my wizard, all my gear on my monk. I have stuff like in the bank and stuff like that, in the stash. All the stuff on my witch doctor. This is just garbage stuff. This is nothing. So we're going to sell all that stuff. So we're only going to keep the Demon Hunter's gear and the Barb's gear, and sell all the gems and sell all the gear from the other characters. Now you may be saying to yourself, Shinobi, why would you do that? Like, you might, what if you want to level a wizard, right? You're level 60, you gotta get from 60 to 70. If you have no gear, how are you gonna do that? Well, currently in Reaper of Souls, they have a blood shard system where you can buy items from a vendor that'll roll rare items that are good enough to get started with, and you could use blood shards to do that. So for instance, let's say the game comes out, I play Crusader and I play Demon Hunter like crazy. Then I decide I want to have a wizard or I want to have a monk. Well, all I have to do is save up a bunch of blood shards, which takes no time. I can get 500 blood shards in an hour, no big deal. Then you take those blood shards, because they're account bound, you go onto your wizard, and then you buy all the items. You just go right up to the vendor, buy all the items, there you go. You got a bunch of whole level 60 items right off the bat. Now, what are the most important items, too, behind all the classes? Well, I'll tell you right now, the items that are going to be the most useful for you in Reaper of Souls, that you're even going to be using at level 70 for a while, is Witching Hour and Mempo, a crit Mempo. It has to be a crit Mempo. These items are tough to replace in Reaper of Souls, as the way the game currently is. So what we're going to do is we're most likely going to hold on to our Mempos and our Witching Hours on our characters, because it's something we're going to use in Reaper of Souls. The rest of the stuff we're not really going to use. So right off the bat, let's go ahead and log into all the characters. We're going to de-gem every single one of them. Every gem that they have. Remember, I'm not playing my character. Now, if you're going to play Diablo 3 between now and, the game comes out, Reaper of Souls comes out, then, selling gems is not a good idea. But the quicker that you sell these gems, the more gold you're going to make off of them. So, get on top of it as quick as possible. So, let's go ahead and log in, and I'm going to go ahead and sell them. Now, if you have Marquise gems, you can't sell those. So I do have Marquise gems. I have 2 on the weapon, so I'm just going to keep that on the weapon. But I am going to get rid of the other ones over here. And we'll get some gold out of those. So let's go ahead and just throw all these in here, and okay. Okay, so we got some gems right off the bat. And as soon as the game goes live, like if I play this character the minute on level 60, I don't have gems in my gear, which is true, but I don't really need it. They're going to drop really quickly, right away in the game, so I can just pop them right in as quick as I get them. So it's not that big of a deal to have them. And you're going to profit more gold out of it right now, and they're not going to make you any gold when Reaper of Souls comes out, so it makes no sense to keep your gems. So I'm going to go ahead and throw these in the stash. I got to also organize my stash too. It's going to be something we got to also do. And I'm going to look at on my characters which gear are the ticket items, the real good ones that I can sell stuff. This doesn't have any gear on it. The Barbarian, let's go ahead and grab this now. Now, you don't have to sell all this gear that I'm doing. You don't have to do the same thing as I'm doing. Because this is just a way to make extra gold. But I am going to show you throughout this series, starting in the next episode, buying and reselling items on the auction house. So let's just go ahead and get rid of all this stuff. Okay, and then we'll head back to the stash, throw it in there. I got a marquise and the weapon as well, so you're not going to be able to sell it on the auction house. So it's another thing too. Don't make any marquise gems right now because you're not going to get anything out of them. And marquise gems just drop, you know, when you're playing right away in Reaper of Souls. So now let's go check out the wizard. Got my coffee here. And the cool thing about this too is this whole series that I'm going to show you is it only takes an hour a day or less to do exactly what I'm doing. That's all I'm going to spend. I'm going to spend an hour a day just going on here, using the knowledge that I have, and, you know, just get the value out of these items. Get the value out of the gems, get the value out of the items. Every single day that you wait to throw these items up on the auction house, more and more is it going to diminish in value. So now after we get rid of all these gems, I'm going to clear out my stash, and then you know, I'm gonna fill the gems up first because those are going to sell pretty quickly, most likely, unless like just nobody's playing this game anymore, which I hope that's not the case. But I'm sure there's people out there. I've never had any problem selling items on the auction house. People have always said to me, they're like, Shinobi, like, I try and put these items up in the auction house and they don't sell. And, you know, and I said, well, you're doing something wrong, you know. And this is the best way. When you're buying and reselling stuff on the auction house, obviously everyone knows the oldest trick in the book. Undercut. That's the oldest trick in the book. But by how much? That is how it goes. So, let's say I bought an item off the auction house for 20 million gold and someone put it up like an idiot. And the next one's 150 million gold. It's there. Now, I know the item's worth maybe 150, 160 million, something like that, but I throw it up on the auction house for maybe 130 or 120 or something like that, instead of like 149. It's going to be a harder sell to sell for 149. So you want to give them a deal, and, you know, putting it up for just a little bit less almost guarantees that you're going to sell that stuff. So, yeah, this guy doesn't have any gear. I think I was using some of my Demon Hunter's gear on him. Just got like the weapons and stuff. And that's another thing too. You can hold on to your weapons if you want to, because you can re-roll the stats on those weapons. Like you can see right here how it has like the min-max on there. You can re-roll that and you can get, you know, your weapons will be much better. You can upgrade them, but you're gonna find better weapons. I mean, only do that in some situations. Like I know a streamer, a friend of mine named Philos, if you know him. He had a really good Calamity, and he just re-rolled the stats on that, and, you know, and got a Calamity that he was using at level 70 for quite some time. So if you have like a really good weapon, then maybe do that. But if your weapons are like, you know, going to be upgraded pretty easily, even if you re-roll the stats, then just sell them, plain and simple. Like I said, guys, if you're getting bored out right now, with like me going through step by step by step what I'm doing, not editing any of this or anything like that, because I want to show you the raw footage on exactly what I'm doing. You know, I'm sorry, these videos, I've warned you, are going to be quite longer. I'm going to show you the whole process that I'm taking throughout this thing. We've been doing this for about 15 minutes so far, and we haven't made any gold yet, but I was explaining how to do stuff and everything, so... Okay, we're almost done here with all the gems that I have, minus the Marquis. That's another reason why I didn't put Marquis gems in my Demon Hunter's gear, because I knew Marquis gems were going to drop in Reaper of Souls, and I knew they would be not very valuable, and it cost quite a bit of gold to put Marquis gems in your gear, so that was another thing that I did as well. So we have all the gems situated and good to go. The last character here is a barbarian. This gear right here may look weird to you. We were doing this thing on the live stream where we were doing crafted PvP, and what it was is you just go up to the guy, you craft a bunch of gear, like eye level 62 gear, and you go PvP each other, and it was really fun. It was a lot of fun to do that. So what I'm going to do is these items are just completely useless. Like, I'm just going to straight up salvage this stuff and just clean this character out right now, because I don't need to do anything with this guy. Just get some plans and stuff, like get some of this stuff. Now, as far as crafting materials go, you might be wondering, Shinobi, you know, am I going to need crafting materials? Well, yes and no. If you plan on re-rolling stats early, like level 62, 63, something like that, you plan on crafting items pretty early when you're leveling from 60 to 70, then yeah, you're going to need them. But if you're just planning on getting from 60 to 70 really quickly, then don't worry about it. For me personally, I'm probably just going to sell all the stuff, because I'm just going to get to 60, get to 70 as quick as possible, and not worry about re-rolling this or that or whatever. It doesn't take a long time to get to 70, unless they change things. Hopefully they don't, because then, yeah. My scoundrels and my followers and stuff, they have gear too, but I'm not going to go through all that. Not really much value there to begin with anyways, so... okay, so that character's done. Let's go to the auction house. Let's take a look at... Make sure nothing was sitting on any of these guys. We're good to go. Here's the gems. So, the way to sell gems. Very simple. Nothing too difficult. So, Radiant Star. Let's throw these up. So, you can see they're selling for about 2 million gold each, which is not too bad. All I'm going to do is probably change this to 1... Whoops, I screwed that up. Misclicked it. Okay, let's change this to 199. So just under 2 million gold. Just, I mean, you could, you know, put it down a little bit more, but the difference between 2 million and 199 is such a big difference. That's why, like in marketing, I used to work in marketing a lot. That's why you always see things like selling 199, 49.99, like. The reason why is that 1 penny that they're making less, they could sell it for $50, they could sell it for $2, but that 1 penny they're making less subconsciously feels like you're saving more money. It feels like it costs a lot less, which is really weird. So you can use that tool to sell this stuff up in here. So here we go. Did I have any things? Okay, I didn't have any things there. Okay, good. Just making sure, because that's pretty important. So once again, we have the same deal. Let's go 199. Actually, no. Hold on. Actually, it was 19 million. It was 20 million. Those are Radiant Stars. I didn't even notice that. But that's the same thing. I thought it was 6 million. Okay. This is 2 million. So we'll do the same thing. Same thing for this. It's, you know, it's still... let's throw these up. Boom. Okay, so yeah, this is 6 million. This is 60 million. So, you know... Instead of selling them for 2 million a pop like I was supposed to, make 60 million, I'm only making like 400,000 less, you know, 500,000 less. Not a big deal. And that puts you to the top of the list too. So, alright, so it's pretty good that those are actually still selling for a decent amount. So get on top of this really quickly, because they are coming down in value. Okay, we're going to go 213 here. Okay. And these are that's gonna net us about 10 million right off the bat. These are getting a little cheaper now. I'm just gonna do 3, I think. Okay, and then we have right here. So once again, this is another situation. So we're gonna go. Let's go 205. Okay, that's gonna get us 61 mil right here. We're gonna go. This is the. Oh, these are radiant stars. Sweet. Okay, so let's go 199 again. All right, so that's gonna make us quite a bit right there. See all the gold you're gonna make off of these gems that are gonna be useless on the launch of Reaper of Souls. So this is just there. We're already selling stuff already, and that's what I'm talking about, guys. Okay, so right here, let's drop this down to 8. This will hopefully put us to the front of the list. Oh, we had a gem inside this too. Okay, so we have some stuff going already. Like we said, we started at 199 million gold. That was the first start off there. We've already made 9 million. We're not going to calculate this stuff until the end of this video because I want to see if the rest of this stuff is going to sell. I actually have a gem inside this item too. Do I have any inside these other items? I do. Well, I need to go mess with those anyway, so let's go ahead and do that right now. Okay. Alright, so let's go ahead and grab all the items that have gems in them and such. So there's actually some more gems here. There's a gem inside this, there's a gem inside that. I couldn't see it because it was blocked off there. There's a gem inside this. And there's some gems right here. So we have a couple more things to sell. We'll throw these in here. Let's go ahead and degem these real quick. Doing this in Act 3 instead of Act 1. I did it in Act 3 by accident, mainly because it's quicker. You can just move quicker to this guy and salvage this stuff. So do it in Act 3 or Act 2. Act 2 would be good too. Alright, there we go. We got some more to throw up in the auction house. And now what we're going to do is we're going to salvage all of these Hellfire rings. All of them. The only ones I'm going to keep is, I'm only going to keep this one right here because it has vitality, which is nice for leveling up alts and stuff. All of these are pretty garbage. I just kept them just in case I needed them someday or something like that. So this stuff here is all crafting materials and internal staff of herding, infernal staff of herding. So obviously we'll just keep this stuff. Nothing really we're going to do with that. So here's this. This item here, we'll just keep in here for now. I need to also salvage. I'm actually going to look through some of this stuff because I have like some crit stuff here. Yeah, I got a lot of items I got to look through, so. Yeah. Now, count-bound items, would you salvage them? In most cases, maybe, but items, like some of them are actually pretty good. Like this is a pretty decent amulet right off the bat, so you could actually use that right off the bat if you needed to. Let's see. I don't think there's some more gems there. I don't think I need to salvage anything else. Okay. So let's go ahead and do some salvaging here. Oh god, I'm gonna have to click this a bunch of times. Just get some more brimstones here. Now like I said before about the brimstones, like if you're gonna plan on doing re-rolling or crafting early in the expansion before you get to 70, then yeah, you should hold on to brimstones and such, but I'm just gonna sell all that stuff. So here's all this stuff that I'm going to sell. And let's throw this gear in here because we gotta look at some of this stuff and see if it's any good. So let's go do the gems and the crafting materials. And it's making some room for us, some of the stuff that's selling, so that's great. Let's go ahead and throw some more gem action up there. So we'll throw this one up. This one we did for 199 or 19.9 million. here we'll go to 8. Oh wait, hold on. Okay, we're running out of room here because I had to throw some of this other stuff up. That's okay. It could take a little bit to sell these gems. If they're not selling really quickly for you, I'm gonna hold off on these ones because I need more space here. So let's go ahead and throw up all the Tomes of Secrets. We got quite a lot of them. Lots of tomes, a quantity of them. 12,248 Tomes of Secrets. And I'm going to sell them for 90, let's do 89 each, that magical number, right? With the 9 on the end. So we're going to get only 1 million gold. That's hilarious. Tomes of Secrets, I remember, used to cost so much. Alright, so then we have here, let's check out Brimstones. Brimstones are a little decent. Price per unit, okay, we'll do 14.99. Okay, so that one's going to make us only about 1 million gold too. So if you wanted to hold on to this stuff, you could. You didn't have to, you know, spend the gold and such. Now, one thing too, if you're curious to find out, this is a trick as well. If you're curious to find out if your stuff is selling, like when you have a bunch of gems and stuff like that on the auction house and you're curious to see if they're selling, if you sit here for a couple minutes, or just for a couple seconds, you'll see this flash. See what it just did that? It reset. It did that thing where it just like flashed. That means that a couple gems sold. That means that you're making gold off of that, which means you put it up for a good price. And point an example. There you go. So you can see it keeps flickering. They keep buying. They keep buying. Because what happens is they buy, when you put a big quantity up of say 20 or 40 or 100 of something, it sells each one of them, and after it sells all of them, then it sends you the total value. But you can cancel the item, and it will give you the difference on how many it's sold currently already. So far we're making a little bit of gold off of this stuff. We freed up some space here. Let's take a look at Exquisite Essence. Okay. So we'll put this to 49. This is what, 1.7 million? Yep. Okay, then we have some iridescent tears as well. Let's just go ahead and get that over with. Just throw them up. Let's put this to 49. Okay. So, yeah, make some gold off of crafting materials. Not too bad. Keeps going. So we got another space here. Let's go ahead and throw these up because this is the gonna make us the most gold out of these. So 39. It's gonna make us what? Almost 1 million gold. So we're stuck at 10 again, which is a part of the problem with liquidating all of your stuff. If you only have 10 slots to put this stuff in, that's why this series is going to go over the course of a couple videos or whatever, because I'm going to leave, come back, you know, tomorrow or something, and look, and then make the video and show you all of this stuff. So while we're waiting for that stuff to sell, I'm going to clear out my bags here and see which items I'm keeping, which items I'm just going to straight up salvage, because I feel like I won't be able to push them or make any gold off of them. So let's take a look at what we got. So I'm going to grab everything here, just everything. Good, bad, whatever. See what I want to keep, what I want to get rid of. Definitely getting rid of this stuff. The cane set, I would hold on to that, because you don't have an auction house in Reaper of Souls, and you can't craft this stuff, so you need to find it, and it's going to be difficult to find it, so I would hold on to it. There is a new cane set for level 70, which is a very good set for Reaper of Souls, but I would just hold on to these because you're going to need them. Even things like Stone of Jordan, an extra 30% damage to elites, like, that could be useful, especially going up against Torment 6 and such. You know, so I don't know how well these items scale with the game, but Stone of Jordan could be something you could hold on to as well too. So I'm just, for the sake of the video, I'm going to hold on to it. I'm probably going to throw this stuff in the last bag. This is just a bag of keepable stuff that I'm going to bring with me to Reaper of Souls. Okay, and the Stone of Jordan as well. Okay, and then these need to be sold. Cool. Now we got a lot of space in our bags, which is going to help. Now let's go ahead and take a look at what items I'm keeping, which items I'm salvaging. Now, granted, some items here may sell for 200,000, 300,000, 500,000, a million, you know, but you only have limited slots to sell, and I want to make as much gold as I can, as quick as I can. So I'm just going to straight up salvage the stuff that I don't feel like wasting my time on. Like, if I have to, like, put a 1,000,000 gold item on and wait all day for it to sell, and then it doesn't sell, and I got to re-put it up there, and just too much effort for such a small amount of gold. So I'm going to just straight up salvage that stuff. I could give it away, maybe on my stream, all these items that I'm not going... Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give away this stuff on my stream. I'm not going to salvage this stuff, but I am going to pick which stuff I'm going to keep and sell. So this bag here, these 2 bags are going to be selling bags. So this one's keeping for stream. This one is selling straight up. So we have this one here. This one was from which character? Dexterity. This one I'm going to give away. I'm not going to be able to get very much for it. This one here, I'm going to... I think I'm going to give away that. I'm going to probably sell this. It's Natalia's Reflection. Witching Hour I'm going to sell. Or keep. No, I'm going to sell it. I already have Witching Hours on my Barb and my Demon Hunter, so that's all that matters. These things are going to be nice, though. Like, if you right now buy Witching Hours, they're going to be hard to replace later on, especially if you get a really good one. So we're going to sell that. I'm going to keep this because it's account bound. So let's just throw this over here. Account bound items will stay over there. Ring, I'm going to sell. I'm actually just going to give that one away. Ring, amulet. So if you want to come by the live stream, I'm going to be giving this stuff away. Another account bound item here. Let's go ahead and save that. Another account bound bracers. Let's save those. Gloves. These are pretty garbage. I don't even know why I bought those. I think I found them or something. I was going to look them up. This Enchantoto's Will. I'll probably get a decent amount for this. I'm going to sell that. Kane's Memory. There we go. That's another Kane item that I needed to save. And then we have Enchantoto's Force. This is actually a pretty decent one here. To sell that. Ina's. Oh, we had another gem here. I'm actually just going to... I think I'm just going to sell this with the gem. Just because I don't feel like taking it out. Give them a little something extra. Natalia's Bloody Footprints. This is not... Actually, I can sell this. Not for very much. Maybe only 2 million or something. I'm just going to give that away. The gloves. These are account bound. Yep. These are account bound. And this is garbage. Okay, so we've gone through and seen what we're keeping, what we're not. This is just straight up garbage. The reason I kept this is because I was going to transmog. But the problem is that, yeah, I'm just going to vendor this for some gold. The reason why I'm not keeping it is because when you find items in Reaper of Souls, that's when they activate the transmog, not items that you found in Diablo 3. So, yeah, it doesn't work that way. Okay, so we have some items that we're going to sell in the next video so far, and we're going to go find some more on my other characters and such. And then we're going to get into, might be the next video or the video after, we're going to get into buying and reselling on the auction house. This is just all the step-by-step processes that I'm taking here to do all this. So we've sold some more stuff, I heard. Yep, some more stuff is going. Now, if these things, like these gems and such, don't sell, you know, very quickly, you can always just cancel them and resell them. So, like right here, let's see. Let's take one that has a lot in it. Okay, we'll do these ones here. The Radiant Star Emeralds. Let's see how many of them we actually sold. Oh, here's another thing that's sold. Oh, here we go. Radiant Star Topazes. Okay, I'm just going to actually just leave it while we're doing this stuff. Alright, let's throw these ones up now. just to get rid of this stuff. Okay, you always want to put it lower, always. Never do the price that they tell you. Okay, let's go take a look at some other characters. Like this Chantotos here, let's see what this value actually would be. We're going to focus a whole episode on doing that stuff. So socket plus intellect there. Sweet. Selling stuff like crazy. That's why I love selling gems, man. Just so fast and furious. And we're going to do some sniping and stuff too. I know some people are probably like, do sniping, that's how you're going to make a lot of gold. Okay, so you can see some of these items here. Okay, so I'm probably going to make... Ooh, 26. I could buy... this guy went a little low. So, you know, he just threw this up on the auction house. This is probably going to be sold pretty quickly. I'm thinking I could probably sell this for about 125 million, 120 million, something like that. So what I'm going to do is how many... Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait, and like I said, that's what I'm going to wait and sell these things tomorrow on that episode. So this is already starting to go. We're getting a lot of this stuff going. Let's go ahead and find some more items from other characters while that stuff is selling. So like I said, go into the wizard now, because these ones we're going to leave alone. Go to the wizard, see what we're going to sell, what we're going to keep, what we're going to just give away. I'm just going to do tons of giveaways for Diablo 3 on my live streams and such. I'm not even, and that's also too, you may be saying, Shinobi, how come you don't have very much gold, right? Because, you know, you may say, how come you don't have very much gold? And the main reason for it is because during my live streaming in the past 8 to 10 months that I've been doing, every bit of gold that I got, every item that I got, I gave away. Every single one. I gave away items. I think the most valuable item I ever gave away was like a crit mempo or something, worth like 600 mil or something like that. Just gave it away, you know? So that's something to think about. So let's see. So this Scorn here with Lifesteal, I think I'm going to be able to just sell that on the auction house. The boots here, these will probably sell. The pants, I'll just give those away. Oh, I put it in the wrong bag. Sell, give away. This Unity is pretty good. I probably can sell that pretty quickly. Zunima's Pox, probably get a decent amount for this. The Tal Rasha's Relentless Pursuit. There's no armor on this. I can't see myself getting too much for it. I'll probably look it up just to be safe, but I probably not. This will probably sell somewhat decent. This right here, no, probably not very much. And let's throw it in there. This one right here, this will probably sell for a decent amount. The reason why is because the intellect vitality is really high, and getting crit chance on it almost guarantees you're going to make about 50 million gold plus when you have the stats that I do there. So, Witching Hour, you definitely sell. I'm hoping people are smart out there. And okay, Mempo right here. I can go ahead. Now, it's an interesting situation. I could save this Mempo and save this Witching Hour or make gold off of them. I feel like I can upgrade them somewhat fast in Reaper of Souls. Now, in this situation, if you have the same thing on a character you don't plan on playing right away, you could save those, or you could just sell them. I think I'm going to make the most amount of gold by selling these two items, so we'll see. I think I might just do that. This I'm also going to sell. Alright, so we have some decent stuff for giveaways so far, and some decent stuff to be selling, and this character's done. So let's go back. And I'm going to show you the whole process on, did we sell all the gems and such? We're almost done. All we have left is the Radiant Star Amethyst here, and the other one. So this could take a little bit longer to sell that stuff, and then we're good to go. Let's take a look at the next class here as well too. We had the Monk, which doesn't have very much on it, so this is going to be a pretty quick class. Let's go ahead and head inside. Let's get some notifications on my phone. Totem Mathis, thanks for following the live stream. Dulxor, Kungan is actually streaming right now. And Jill, and this is Cookie Time. Yeah, thanks for following the stream, guys. I'm actually not streaming right now. I actually get people following my stream even when I'm not even streaming. So, it's always fun. These I could probably sell for a decent amount. These were very difficult for me to upgrade for a cheap amount, so I think I could sell those pretty decently. This just straight up given away. The chess piece given away as well too. Okay, that's done. Let's go to the Witch Doctor, which is the last class. And then we get to see how everything looks. And then in the next video, guys, join me for that, for when I'm selling this stuff on the auction house and showing you, an update on how much money or how much gold I'm making here and all that kind of stuff. I think we almost sold everything. All we need is the Radiant Star Amethyst, and I think we've sold everything in the course of me talking with you in this video. That's why I love gems and crafting materials. They sell so quickly. It's going to get you more prepared for the expansion. Just great. This, I'm just going to give this away. Give this away as well. The chess piece, somewhat decent. Might be able to try and sell it. And then the pants, just give that away. And the helmet, kind of low. It's actually not horrible. We'll see. So we'll throw that there. So we have some items to work with. They're going to be selling stuff on the auction house and seeing how much gold we're making. I hope you guys did learn some stuff from this video, and you will learn stuff in future videos. I promise you that. Let's go ahead and see if these, because this took the longest. Let's see if any of them sold, because we put 3 of them up. Let's go ahead and cancel. We only have 1 left, actually. We sold 2 of them. So let's go ahead and throw it back up. Maybe we'll get an insta sell. Let's do it 1.8, just for that quick little sellage. Which one is the most valuable gem right now, by the way? I haven't even looked to see. 20 mil. I think they're all about 20 mil right now. Ruby probably the most. No? Emerald the most? Why do I keep clicking that? Amethyst is actually the most. Wow. Interesting. You can see that the economy is still flourishing in the game. If I was able to sell this stuff as quick as I have. And then next episode... so what we're going to do is we're going to add up all of this here. We started with 199 million. So let's go ahead and send all of this, collect it all. And see where we're sitting. So this is the first day of doing this. Remember, my goal is to get to about 5 billion gold. And this is just the first day. This is just a liquidation day. We're going to be buying and reselling stuff in the future too. So 480 million gold right now. As soon as this sells, we have made about 300 million gold today, which will be great there. Actually, we started with 199. Yeah, about 300 million today. In the course of 40 minutes, it just made 300 million gold. So, yeah, it's not too bad. But this will sell in probably just a couple seconds. It's not going to take too long. So once that does sell, it's going to sell for about 18 million. Let's go ahead and calculate exactly how much we made today. We started off with 199 million. Well, we're going to end, let's put the end amount. It's going to be another 18 million. So 498 minus 199 made it just about 300 million today. So far we can mark that down as day 1, about 300 million gained. And yeah, this will sell in probably just a couple seconds. I don't want you to draw this out. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Next episode, we're going to focus on putting stuff up on the auction house, seeing the value of each one of these items here. And then we're also going to be putting this stuff up on the auction house and seeing like how much projected gold we're going to make. And then the following episode, we're probably going to sell more of these items and then also buy and resell stuff on the auction house. Just make as much gold as we can. Hopefully you guys learned some stuff from this, and it's going to be more and more informative as the series goes on. So make sure you tune in, be subscribed, My name's Shinobi. Until next time, thanks for watching.